Good morning and welcome to this very unique event. I don't know that any of us have ever been to a wire cutting before, but I welcome you to that. And particularly the fact that it is a marriage of two of our important departments, our utilities within the city. One of the things that I always appreciate in meeting with other cities is that many, as a matter of fact, probably most, don't have a municipal electric plant, and around the country many don't have a municipal water plant. We are lucky to have both of them here and both of them cooperating in their independent enterprise systems, and today what we are seeing is good evidence of the cooperation as both of those departments join hands to take technology to the next level. So with that, I would like to first introduce John Donne, Director of the Water and Pollution Control Plant, who will tell us how we got to this point. John?
Thank you, Mayor. This is really an opportunity to celebrate the innovative culture of the Water Meter Division. This is a group that's constantly seeking out and evaluating new products and new techniques, and the improvements that they've made over the years have greatly increased the efficiency and the reliability of our metering system, often while being completely invisible to the customers that we're serving. This transition to this new meter reading technology platform is another example of how we're trying to improve that level of service to the Ames community. For example, in partnership with the electric utility, in this first year, we're targeting those customers that right now still require us to come into their home to read the meters. So this will still allow us to provide that same great level of water and electricity to them, but having an even smaller impact on their day-to-day lives. Now, in the short run, this is going to cost us a little bit more. These new style of meters are a little more expensive, but over time, the advantages, both economically and operationally, are going to accrue to the customers, as it allows us to be more efficient, and as the Ames community grows, we're going to be able to take on those customers without having to grow our staff to the same level as the growth in the community. So it's really going to be a really nice advantage economically. It's also going to allow us to provide a higher level of service to our customers, being able to alert them to leaks more frequently, things that can cost a homeowner hundreds of dollars and that can result in the loss of a valuable limited resource as well. So this project has been a long time coming in the development and the evaluation stage, and I'd like to ask Dave Bloomer, our water meter supervisor, to come up. Dave was the team lead of the cross-departmental team that prepared this project for us, and I'd like Dave to come up and talk about that process and the folks that were involved.
Thanks, John. I'm Mayor Campbell. In January of 2013, we formed a process improvement team, and about that time we got notice from the meter company we were purchasing mechanical meters from that they were going to stop production of those meters. So we were at a crossroads and we had to make a decision and do it fairly quickly. So the team members were Brian Phillips from the manager's office. He was one of our facilitators. Keith Abraham from Parks and Rec, who in this process became the department head for Parks and Rec, so he had a lot on his plate, so it was good to have Brian there to help out in that regard. We had Mike Wheelock from Utility Customer Service, and Jeff Martin, who was the senior meter reader at the time. We had Steve Duvall, our former assistant director, myself, and Mickey Gillespie, and Tim Shear from Electric Services. Mickey was a team member and our scribe, and so if you're at all interested, you can go on the T drive and read all of the meeting notes. We met for about 6 months and almost weekly meetings, and the meetings lasted about 3 hours each. So do the math. We put in a lot of time. And the thing that I was impressed with the most with these team members is that everyone was engaged, everyone came prepared to meetings, and we covered a lot of ground in a short period of time. We ended up evaluating 6 different companies, talking to different utilities around the country to see what they had done to figure out what would work best for our situation. Customer service, doing the meter reading and the billing was the critical part of that, because this was going to have the largest effect on them. My division, electric meter, we install and maintain meters. That's what we do. And whatever type of meter it is, that's kind of routine work for us. So the big key was getting a system selected that would read meters in the short term and then transition into an AMI system, an integrated system in the future. And we have accomplished that. And I just want to thank John and Donne and Dwayne Pitcher for allowing their staff the time to be on this committee. It was a lot of time away from the office and away from work, but it truly paid off in the end. We've been installing the meters now for about 6 weeks, and so far we haven't had any real issues or hiccups. So we'll hope that continues. So thank you.
And good morning, I'm Donald Comm, Director of Electric Services. Most of the time when you think about mixing electricity and water, that's usually a dangerous thing. That couldn't be more far from the truth in this particular case. With the technology and with the abilities that their water meters will do and the communication path, electric utility was able to capture that and use that in some of our same locations where we have electric meters in people's basements. We don't have as many that are sitting in basements, but the team, Dave Bloomer, John, City Council, and everyone were very supportive in saying, when we pick a system, let's find a system that works throughout the city, kind of a total city perspective. And in doing this, we were able to do the same thing that water's doing in those, it's about less than 1,000, but we have about 1,000 meters where the electric meters are in people's homes. So in this particular case, again, we don't have to interrupt our customers by having them read their own meter or getting keys or doing anything like that. So it's really working out in many ways and benefiting electric. And we're hoping that in the months and years to come, as we look at other ways of putting in electric meters, maybe we can further capture some of the benefits that water has done. So from an electric standpoint, we appreciate that water took on this challenge and that they made us a true part of the study and allowed us to work and pick something that also worked for electric. So thank you, John, and thank you, City Council. Thank you.
So now what we're going to do is a ceremonial cutting of the wire. So I'm going to ask the meter staff if they'll bring the wire up and get us set up here.
It's not a pair of scissors, but it'll work.
Right, it's official. Thank you all for coming today, and look forward to that day that you don't have that blue box on the outside of your house for a meter reading again. Have a good day.